Okay, what we're going to do is, and this, you'll have one of these on each side of your pants. Okay, you have two pockets, and usually this kind of a pocket you usually do have, usually is a symmetrical on pants or skirts. I'm going to take, okay, the pocket lining, and this is where, if this is the piece that if you were dealing with, like I said, corduroy and you wanted it lighter weight, this would be the piece that would be lighter weight, like a broadcloth. Or there is actually fabric out there that they, in the industry, that they call pocketing fabric. It's just not very readily available. You'd probably almost have to go online and buy it. Okay, this is going to be a 1/4 inch seam allowance, permanently stitching at both ends. Permanently stitching it back both ends. Back tacking at both ends. Duh. You knew what I meant. I just didn't say it right. Okay, I'm going to clip around my curve a little bit. Okay, Miss Fran, are you pressing?
I will press.
Okay, Miss Fran is going to press this up for me. Okay? Okay, so that's this sample. The next step, when she comes back with that, I'm going to understitch it. Okay, remember my understitching is right along the edge, catching seam allowance and the lining piece. Okay, and it's a 1/16 of an inch away from the edge. So that's the next step.
We can stop there because they're still working on their zippers and stuff anyway.
It's only a couple more steps. We're gonna. This is an easy sample. Easy sample. Easy sample. Okay. Understood. Make sure you're catching the seam allowances and the pocket lining. That makes it roll to the inside really nice. Okay, then it gets pressed inside. Okay. If I want to, okay, and I did on this sample, I came back and top stitched. If you want your pants to have, oops, excuse me, if you want your pants to have a little sportier look, you can do this top stitching. Just follow the edge of your presser foot along the edge as a guide. Okay, you don't have to you don't have to top stitch, you do have to understitch. Okay, now I take my pocket inset here. You notice there's a notch up here and a notch, 2 notches down here. The edge, the finished edge of the pocket aligns with that notch. And the finished edge of the pocket aligns with the top notch on the side. Now, if I've done everything correctly, the edges of my pocket should be aligned. Pretty close if I cut them straight. Not perfect, but pretty close. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I can stitch this together. Okay, I'm pulling the pants leg. This will be the pant up out of the way.
And you don't have to do that little piece above it. You start where she is. The other gets caught in the side seam.
And I'm doing this at a 1/4 inch is fine. If you want to do more, this is something where it's not vital if you're a little bit off. Okay. Then I'm going to, while I've got this like this, I'm going to serge this together. Now, if I had the machine set up for a 3-thread serger, I could just serge it and stitch it with a safety stitch. Remember, like you did your t-shirt last week? Okay. If it was set up for 5 threads, you could just do that. You wouldn't have to straight stitch it with the log stitch machine first. Okay. When she comes back with that, then what I'm going to do, because this stays aligned, okay, my last step actually is just basting this down the side and basting the top. The reason why you didn't have to stitch anything here is that's going to be all part of the side seam. okay? I'm just gonna stitch it, and I can use a basting stitch, or I can also just use a regular machine stitch. It will help to reinforce it just a little bit. I'm going to do it less than a ½ inch because the side seam on my pants, the seam allowance is a ½ inch. And if I do it less than a ½ inch, then it won't show.
Yeah, you can use that for work. See, there you go.
That's it.
Well, today.
That one we do.
I-